are no fools on the hill. My people are no fools on the hill. You must let my people go, so we can rule from Cape to Cairo. You must free my people's hands, so we can rule our purpose land. I wanna know who owns the land.
Gentlemen, once more, good evening and thank you for joining the broadcast. Again, I will be coming to you tonight with the subject of La République du Cameroon's presidential elections that are being encroached into the territory of Ambazonia. We're also gathering that Cameroon, that is, they call it Elections Cameroon. Officials are being slaughtered in the north of that country, talking about the long-predicted civil war that is going to ensue in Cameroon over their transition. We're going to look into that and, of course, many other things. But before we get there, again, I'd like to appeal to you. Go ahead, hit your share button. Hit your share button and let us populate the platform. Of course, I will also be talking about the action, the decision that we have taken here at this interim government from at the executive level to deal with the ADF. The ADF on the ground. And ladies and gentlemen, since the beginning of this struggle, the ADF has been the number one trouble that we have had on the ground. And we have decided here, if there is no change, for the better for the ADF, we will now have to deal with them squarely as an anti-revolutionary force on the ground. We will treat them as we treat La République du Cameroon's army. I will come to that later in the course of the broadcast. But please, again, do me the favor, go ahead, hit your share button. I would like to see the numbers jumping as I bring this to you. And while you do that, I'd like to take you to La République du Cameroon's Senate, where one of their senators, I understand that this senator is from Santa. I don't know the name, but again, I was made to understand that he hails from Santa in the northern zone of Ambazonia. I guess he was addressing one of their cabinet ministers in La République du Cameroon over the budget and the dilapidating infrastructure in that country. But what pricked my attention in this short clip I am about to bring to you is exactly where the senator attributes the problems in La République du Cameroon. He shifts responsibility to the what he calls colonial powers, whereas I thought he should have been looking a little bit right deep within itself, within themselves in that country. Now I'd like you again to listen to that clip. Listen.
Put this and say, this to us, everything has been hidden from us. And we'll come and sit here and blame ourselves, say the head of state has gone up, come down, the minister has gone up. This is one minister sitting here and the whole country is on him. I don't know how you are sleeping. Because after this, I don't know how you are going to sleep. Because all what you are going to tell us here is just to speak it and go back to your ministry and say, remove your coat and rest. There is nothing you will do after this. Because the problems are too much. From the north down to the northwest to Kambe, where are you going to start? And everywhere is like it has problem. Everywhere has problem. Everywhere has problem. How can one man sit here and we are talking about problem. Where did the problem come from? The bad educational system we have. The education on how to read and write. Geography, history, philosophy, sociology. Then come and create funny names in this country. Economas superior, the travaux public. Economas superior. It means we are training superior technicians. Where are they? That we are crying all this trouble. Where are they? The country must come back to reality. And let us stop fighting ourselves. Enough of this. They are coming and sitting. Why, man, you're hearing me very well. This trouble is our colonial masters. I'm the one telling you.
The trouble is our colonial master. I am the one telling you, says the senator. Now, this is what I find wrong, ladies and gentlemen, in what the senator is saying. He says perhaps everything, he calls everything right until where he gets to where he said the trouble, the problem is with our colonial masters. Can you imagine? He stands there in front of those microphones addressing those who run that country from the presidency to the ministers. He addresses there. But then he turns around and says, the problem is with our colonial masters. No, sir, that isn't where the problem is. The problem may have been the colonial masters from the beginning, but you guys are the problem, sir. In fact, you ought not to be there. You ought not to be there. You would have followed in the footsteps of Honorable Weber. And you will not be there singing and attributing the trouble. You come and you stand in front of those microphones to give us sound bites, to pretend as if you are a fighter, whereas you are a compromiser. You are an accomplice to what? To the problems that you are enumerating there. I wish I knew this senator. I don't understand. I don't know how many years he has been in their Senate. I don't know whether this is the very first time he is seeing the problems in the country and then attributing them to the colonialists. No, sir, you people are the problem. People like you are the problem. It is not just the colonialists, because you are in the position to make rules and laws that take power away from the colonialists. But the problem is, even when you take those powers away from the colonialists, what are you going to do with it? You messed it up. I like you guys to look at this image here. Let's see those who rule that country. Let's see those who rule that country, ladies and gentlemen. They are not the colonialists. Those who rule the country are not the colonialists. They are people that you sit there in the Senate. That is the president of your Senate. That is the president of your Senate. The colonialists are not the problem. You guys still seated in that so-called Senate and Parliament, you are the problem. Look at the president of your Senate. The man can barely walk. If he still sing, then it should be special grace from God, I guess. But I am so saddened when I see intellectuals like this one come here and think that they can fool the people by telling the people, oh, the problem is not us, the problem is somewhere else. No, the problem is not somewhere else. The problem is with you guys still seated in that place. You would have walked away from people like the Honorable Weber. Your people have been fighting for 8 years now. Again, I'm told you come from Santa, but your people have been killed for 8 years. And you come and stand on the television, set in front of microphones, and you want us to believe that your leaders, you people, your country isn't the problem. I hope that Ambazonia do not take this nonsense, especially those on ground zero. Elections are approaching. Their so-called elections are approaching, and they think that they can, take a fast one on the people, present themselves, come across as if we are the fighters for the people. We love the people. We are not the problem. No, that is not the case. If you love the people, and you love the country, you should speak truth to power, but not in the corny way you are doing there, sir. I just hope that people on the ground get this message, because these are the people who are keeping us in bondage. These are the kind of people who keep us in bondage and who want us to remain in bondage. All right, that is that. Now I take you to somewhere else. And I'd like you to listen to this footage here from the Reverend R. Sharpton. Listen to that.
No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. What do we want? Justice. What do we want? Justice. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. 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 Hug the person next to you, tell them.
Okay, what do we want? What do we want? They yell out justice. What do we want? They yell out justice. And that is what we Ambazonians have been asking for. Every time we talk about justice, a lot of political Cameroon officials, they try to go around it. They say peace. Because peace is kind of a little bit more attractive, right, to use. Everybody can talk about peace. Nobody can talk about justice. People talking about justice, especially in reference to the Ambazonian struggle, ladies and gentlemen, are the ones that look for resolutions. They are the one eager for resolutions. People who talk about peace, they just want to move on. I hope somebody is getting this, especially on the ground. When you hear people coming to you preaching peace, they are not after resolving what the problem is as far as this conflict is concerned. Absolutely not. They just want you to move on, move along. Forget about justice. Justice is a thing of Chris Anu and those separatists in the diaspora. But they come to you. I have had people who call me up and say, Chris, for how long this thing will go on? Let us bring peace back. Let us bring peace back into our country. And I said, peace? They said, yes. How do we bring peace back if we cannot as much as sit down and look at the reason why there is no peace in the first place? How do you bring peace back when you don't have the temerity, the boldness to sit down, figure out why peace has eluded the country in the first place? That is the problem. So this is very important. I really think that Ground Zero gets this very well, because in the midst of all these Kufofo that Cameroon is going around talking about election, they're trying to preach peace. Let's carry out these elections so that peace will return and fix the country and fix our roads and fix our school and bring back peace. But peace is not what Ambazonians have been asking for 7 years and counting. Ambazonians have been asking for justice. And again, that is why I like this clip from R. Sharpton. Listen to it again. Listen to it again. Somebody listen to that.
No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. What do we want? Justice. What do we want? Justice. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. 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 Hug the person next to you, tell them you love them. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. What do we want? Justice. What do we want? Justice. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. 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 Hug the person next to you, tell them you love them. No justice. No peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. What do we want? Justice. What do we want? Justice. What do we person next to you and tell them you love them.
All right. So again, that was Sharpton in one of his conventions out there in New York. That is in the USA. Now, he is not referring to a situation of war. But we are here talking about a situation of war in Ambazonia. And yet when we talk about justice, they try to ignore it. They talk about peace. How do you have peace without righting the wrongs? It is impossible. And I wish that politicians on the ground will start to speak power to those who rule in that country, that our people are not going to renege until justice is given out to them. The people of Ambazonia will not renege until they find justice. It is not going to happen. And I hope that this message goes out strong and clear to the politicians in that country who think they can come and pacify our people with an election with a promise of peace after that election. Of course, that will not happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, the message is, let's take to it: no justice, no peace. Let peace continue to elude not just the northern and the southern zones of Ambazonia, but the entire country, even as we see happening in the north of Cameroon. You know, a few years, recently people have been predicting war, a civil war in Cameroon. The talk is about a civil war breaking out between the Northeast and the Southerners. And when I mean the Southerners, I'm referring to the southern part of French Cameroon, which encompasses the Babalekis, the Wondos, the Betis, and every other tribe, of course, with the exclusion of Ambazonia. And so this talk of a civil war has been ongoing for a while since Cameroon began to talk about a transition taking place in the country. You know that for over 40 years now, in fact, I think it's 41 years, Paul Biya has been there. Forget about the years he was prime minister. As president of the country, as commander-in-chief, he has been there now for 41 years. And I think he just clocked his 91st birthday. And he has used half of those years to rule Cameroon. Now, Paul Biya came to power after Ahidjo left. And the Nordists have always figured out that after Paul Biya, power should return to them. Down this way, the Bamalekis always believe it is their turn to take over the helm of state. In the meantime, the Iwondos, the Betis, and the Bulus, they always believe that they have to consolidate, stay in power. These are the three axes that are bringing a civil war into that country on the advent of Paul Biya's transition. Now, they are carrying on with election campaign, election registration, and so on. And it is rare to find any other political party out there trying to campaign as the CPDM has been doing. But even within the CPDM, they seem to be in disarray because they don't know who their candidate is going to be. There are talks of Frank Biya taking over from the father. And then there are also talks of Biya staying in power. In fact, I think the official candidate of the CPDM as of today remains Paul Biya. But you will recall that in was it 2018, when Biya stood election last time, he said that was going to be his last term in office. He promised them it was going to be his last term in office. But now, they are still talking about him standing the election. It appears that they are worried that if the son should take over from him, it will provoke civil war. But let me assure you, whether Frank Biya takes over from Biya or not, there will be civil war in that country because We are seeing what is happening in the north of that country. We learn, we've seen photos, and I cannot bring you those images because they are bad. They are no good. That's the reason I cannot show you those photos. But I want you to take a look at these other photos, where we are told that all Elekam officials sent to a local government area in northern Cameroon, I think is Garoua or Mara, one of those places, they were all gone down by angry civilians, angry for the state of affairs they have in their part of the country. We are told they are demanding that all their elite in prison in Yaoundé, the Marafas, you know, all those guys. The other guy who was in charge of Sodokoton, the guy who was in charge of Sodokoton, I've forgotten the name, the Marafai and so on. They are telling them, they are telling La République du Cameroon government they have to be released. That one you see on your screen, they say, rest in peace, he was killed. He was killed. So they know this are telling the government there will be no elections. No elections, ladies and gentlemen, they say, until all our people are released. There will be no elections, they say, until all of our people are released. And they are also saying that the electoral code that La République du Cameroon has put in place cannot suffice. They won their people released, and they won a better election code. And I think they are also resisting Elekam. They're also resisting Elekam. Now, so that is what is happening out there. As you can see, the images on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. That is what is happening north of Cameroon. Again, I call it the civil war has begun. The civil war has begun. Cameroon is at a fixed. And right now, the people in Yaoundé are trying to figure out what they are going to do. If it starts in the north, it will pick up in the south. And by the south, I mean the Douala areas, the Bamileki areas, and other parts of the country. Maybe the east also. Because they also consider themselves underdeveloped. One of the underdeveloped part of the country. So that is the civil war we are talking about in Cameroon. Marafa is still there. He has been there now for probably over 10 years now. The other guys, they are in Kondenge. They are being held. They are here in the audio message. It was in French, and French is not my thing. I barely understand anything in French. But the guy, what I could understand, the guy was saying, they want Isa Chiroma, Buba Bello Maigare, Alamin, somebody, I think he is, Bakari is the Minister of Transport, and Alamin, I think, is the Minister of Economy there in La République du Cameroon also. And they know these are calling upon them, if you do not get the electoral code change and get our people, our elite, the Marafas, released from jail, there will be no elections in northern Cameroon. That is what the Nordics are saying. And you can see the damage that they are already causing. I don't know who in Elekam will be able to go back to that country. They were going there to carry out the election registration process, as they are trying to do all over the place. And they met with their water law in the hands of the Hausas in the north. I believe this is only a smidgen, ladies and gentlemen, of what is to come. This is zero. This is zero compared to what is about to happen in that country. And which is why Ambazonians should really be excited. Those of you who think that we are losing this war, please listen to the sound of my voice. independence struggle are not won overnight. When you want to remove a bone from the mouth of a dog, the dog will resist you with all the strength that it has. That is exactly what we are trying to do to La République du Cameroon. Take away the oil money from them. Take away Sonara money from them, CDC money and everything you can imagine. The Ruba money, the coffee money, the cocoa money, everything. We are trying to snatch it away from them. And no, they will not give up that easily. They won't give up that easily. So we have to remain very, very resolute. We have to remain very, very resolute in telling the world and in making our case that Ambazonia has rejected Cameroon. That Cameroon is not our country. And for that, no matter how long Cameroon resists, we will stay the course. And for no matter how long Cameroon kills our people, we will stay the course. No matter the number of trained army that La République du Cameroon sends to Ambazonia, we will stay the course. This should be our resolve. This should be the only option that we know, ladies and gentlemen. Cameroon cannot do this forever. They don't have the money. Everything depends on the money. They don't also have the time. The most important part of this is they don't have the time to do this indefinitely with the impunity they have engaged in. They don't have it. So, but we have it. We may not have their money, but we have the time to hold and ransom until they sit at the negotiation table and talk to us, and we talk as two equal parties. That's what this is all about. So as they know this, and the Ewondos and the Bulus and the Bamilekis, the Bassas, the fight for power in La République du Cameroon, it is incumbent upon us Ambazonians to begin to strategize, to begin to think, to begin to raise funds in the advent of this, to figure out, what do we do? What do we do when that happens in that country? So ladies and gentlemen, that is that for what is happening in the north of Cameroon. When I come back, I will take you to the main subject of the day that has to deal with the French-Cameroon elections, the encroachment into Ambazonia with the French-Cameroon election. So please stay tuned. Do not touch your remote. I will be right back. All right.
For give advice for this life we don't hard so for the country. For number 2 place, we talk say next year 2025, na year where they go vote big man for put big man again for chair or for vote new big man. That one it be so say we call all Cameroonian people, make them go register them name, put them name for book for vote. Not only she done for house begin cry say you know the waka, go put your name for vote and you vote. And when they talk the same time, say, people where they control this vote, make them ensure, they make sure, say, vote, it will be free and it will be fair. That means they will count any man they vote as he vote them. And they will read the results how a day. That one, I think we don't talk for inside this meeting. And for finish, and when they talk, say, some Cameroonian not the way it pass other one. All Cameroonian are Cameroonian, whether they for north, for south, for east, or for west. And therefore, we talk say the think the way God don't give we for this country, like natural resources, make they use them for the common good. Make all man if he benefit for this use. And that one a strong message we don't give them. And for finish them, we talk to people that use social media, WhatsApp, a TikTok, all that kind of thing where when they do them so for inside telephone. When they talk say that thing they don't begin to talk too much lie. They don't begin to promote falsehood. That means they don't make people that they hate one another. And when they talk say people that they use that thing, may they use social media for talk true.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are listening there to the Archbishop of Bamenda, Bishop Andrew, Archbishop Andrew Nkia, begging Ambazonians to go out, register, and participate in Cameroon's elections. Now, this is quite unfortunate what we are hearing from the bishop. We have been made to understand that the clergy, when it comes to this Ambazonian conflict and whatever political events going on in that country, they are apolitical. But lately we have seen, whether they be it the Presbyterians, the Baptists, the Catholics, they have all been campaigning for peace. As I said from the start of this broadcast, they have all been going out and talking about peace. Peace, peace, peace. Let's get peace back in our country. And now they are hoping that if the people will just go out and vote, peace finally would have returned to their country. I have sad news. For the bishop and every single elite, clergy in that country, politician in that country, that never again will any political elections organized in Ambazonia by Cameroon take place. And I'm going to explain to you why this is not happening. I'm going to explain to you why. We proclaim, ladies and gentlemen, we proclaim the restoration of our independence in September 2017. That proclamation severed any and all political relationship, including economic relationship, with the country called La République du Cameroon. We have since consistently rejected the authority of the Cameroonian government. And we have called for self-determination and the sovereignty of Ambazonia. It is in this context, ladies and gentlemen, that there are several reasons, and I bring you those reasons, why we do not want Cameroon's elections or Ambazonians participating in Cameroon's so-called presidential elections. And reason number one, we don't have political parties in Ambazonia. No, they don't exist. It is a fundamental reason why we Ambazonians do not want to participate in Cameroon's presidential elections. They are not legitimate. Their president is not our president. Their presidency is not our presidency. We got nothing to do with it. If their president and their presidency had anything to do with us, we wouldn't be at war for 7 years and counting. But we are at war for 7 years and counting because we do not recognize their authority over us, and we are fighting to get rid of them. That is why we are in this fight today. Number two, the reasons why we are not participating in French Cameroon elections. The leadership of the Ambazonian independence movement explicitly, or has explicitly stated that we have not called for any form of election within Ambazonia. Zero. We have not called for any form of election. If anything, if there is anything that we know in Ambazonia, it is war. It is war, not an election. All independence groups see any attempt by the Cameroonian government to extend its electoral processes into Ambazonia as a violation of our sovereignty and a blatant disregard for the aspirations of the Ambazonian people. That is exactly the way we look at it. And so participating in Cameroon's presidential elections would be tantamount to endorsing the authority of that government. Again, participating or any attempt. And here I'm not just talking about going to the voting pool. I am talking about the process of registration up to the voting. Our participation will endorse the authority of La République du Cameroon over us. But we know that for 7 years and counting, we have resisted that authority over which over 30,000 of our people have been killed by them. And so we cannot think that we are going to register, we are going to vote at their elections. Ladies and gentlemen, let's not delegitimize our struggle, our fight for independence. Number 3, territorial infringement. We consider Cameroon government's decision to extend its electoral activities into Ambazonia as territorial infringement. The government of La République du Cameroon is not considered the legitimate authority in Ambazonia. The government of La République du Cameroon is not considered the legitimate authority in Ambazonia or over Ambazonian people. And therefore, their attempt to hold elections in Ambazonia is seen as an encroachment on Ambazonian territory. La République du Cameroon has no jurisdiction whatsoever to impose its electoral processes on a territory that seeks independence and self-governance. I hope that this gets into the hearts and minds of everybody on ground zero. I'm here referring to Ambazonians. If they coerce you to go out and participate in the process of registration, in the process of voting, you are aiding and abetting their fraud, their enslavement, their capitulation of Ambazonia. Number four, ELECAM, the body that runs their elections or responsible for the organization of elections in that country, Cameroon, is not recognized as an Ambazonian organization. It is not. We see ELECAM's presence in our territory as an attempt to usurp the territory and impose external control. Again, we see ELECAM's presence in our soil, our territory, as an attempt to usurp the territory and impose external foreign control upon us. Which therefore means, ladies and gentlemen, ELECAM is not welcome in Ambazonia. You find them anywhere in Ambazonia and they are an unwanted species. In that, what does that mean? We are therefore issuing a warning that any foreign official, election official, seen conducting election registration within Ambazonia will be targeted. Again, any foreign election official seen organizing election activities anywhere within the territory that is known as the Southern Cameroons, Ambazonia will be a target of the restoration forces of Ambazonia. And the restoration forces are up to date. This threat should underscore the level of resistance and the defiance we have towards external attempts to impose electoral processes on our territory. the presence of foreign election officials in our territory from La République du Cameroon is a direct challenge to Ambazonia's quest for self-determination and independence. And they must be arrested. Again, seen anywhere, they should be arrested wherever they show up in our territory. Again, any ELECAM official seen anywhere doing business, election business anywhere in Ambazonia, the restoration forces will have the right and the authority to arrest them. Number 6, as Ambazonians, we express skepticism regarding the neutrality of the clergy in our territory, in the context of both the ongoing conflict and this Cameroon so-called presidential elections. Despite claims of being apolitical, some clergy, some of you see some of them there in front of you. You see some of them there in front of you. Despite their claim to being apolitical, some of them, in fact many of them, have been actively involved in encouraging Ambazonians to go and register. You heard it there from Archbishop Nkea telling people to go out and vote. I listened to one clip from Equinox TV, in one of their facilitators was saying not to go out and register to vote is the beginning of electioneering, corruption, rigging. And they want people to go out and register and vote. Not in Ambazonia, please. Not in Ambazonia. You have been voting forever since. Paul Biya has been president for 41 years. Before him there was Ahijo. What did we make out of it? What did you make out of it? Zero. Nothing. And they are there shouting on top of their voices and telling you, if you don't go and vote, you are stopping peace. You don't go and vote, they will rig it, or it is rigging. They have been rigging for all these years when you were voting. They rigged it all along. For 41 years of Paul Biya, they rigged everything. Do you remember the false election observers? Can you imagine that? That they brought in false election observers into the election booth and presented to the international community, international media as election observers. They turned out to be a fraud. So what are they telling you, that if you don't go and register to vote, you are promoting rigging? The elections have been rigged every single year that we know of. So the idea that if you don't go and register, it is rigged, this is none of our business, ladies and gentlemen. It is none, and I mean zero of our business. We are not going to participate. And again, any ELECAM official found doing the business of elections in Ambazonia will be arrested. And no amount of money will free you. We view this as contradictory behavior from the clergy. The clergy's involvement in the electoral process puts individuals at risk, put Ambazonians at risk. If your clergy, if your pastor, if your bishop or archbishop is telling you to go out and vote, tell him, or register to vote, tell him he is risking your life. Because should the restoration forces get anybody or catch anybody trying to register to vote, and they pick you up, don't call Chris Anu. Don't call anybody. Don't say my brother, my sister was picked up. Picked up for doing what? For encouraging colonial activity in our territory? We're not going to support that. And again, tell your clergy, tell your pastors, tell your archbishop and the bishops, they should remain quiet and preach the gospel and avoid this politics. The same clergy, they are going around telling people, we are trying to see that this thing is settled. We're trying to see this thing is settled. They go back and they stand in front of the microphones in the public and tell people to go and register to vote in Cameroon election airs so that peace will come. That is pure rubbish. Insensitive. You should remain quiet, preach the gospel, remain quiet and let politicians do politics. Why are those standing for election not going out and campaigning and telling people to vote? They put you out there, the bishops out there, they're telling you to go and tell people in your churches to go and register for the election, not in Ambazonia. Not in Ambazonia. Our decision, the decision of Ambazonia independence groups not to participate in Cameroon's presidential elections should serve as a symbolic rejection of Cameroon's authority over Ambazonia. Again, our decision should serve as a rejection, a symbolic rejection of Cameroon's authority over Ambazonia. By boycotting the elections, we demonstrate to the world, ladies and gentlemen, that we do not recognize Cameroon as our country and that we are committed to the pursuit of self-determination and independence. That is our goal, that we are committed to the pursuit of self-determination and independence. That is the message we want to send to the outside world. Why Cameroon is rallying around and trying to conduct these elections so that they can tell the world that Ambazonia is part of their territory. This is a battle of do or die, ladies and gentlemen. It's a do or die affair. And it is for all of us Ambazonians to stand up to it and resist it and reject it and shame that damn country that we are not your citizens. We are not your citizens. These elections are an opportunity to showcase Ambazonia's distinct identity and aspirations on the global stage. Again, they present us, the election present us an opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to showcase Ambazonia's distinct identity and aspirations on the global stage. That is what we are bound to achieve, ladies and gentlemen. This guy you see here, that is not our president. That is not Ambazonia's president. That is not our Ambazonia's president. We don't have a president in Ambazonia today. We are looking forward to taking back our country and picking our president. Cameroon has no jurisdiction. Cameroon has no jurisdiction over Ambazonia, which is why I am praying that every Ambazonian on the ground, please get this message. Again, 2017, we proclaimed the restoration of our country, and we created the interim government. Now, Cameroon has tried many other elections. We boycotted them. We sent a message to the international community that we no longer recognize Cameroon as our country. But now, after 7 years and counting, they refuse to sit down and dialogue, and all they want to do is force a presidential election over you so that you come out and vote, and they now go out and tell the international community, you see, these elections also took place in Ambazonia. We have to deny them that message. Do not register for anything. Again, do not register for anything. And anywhere you find an Elekam official in Ambazonia, report to us. We will take them out. And I mean, we will take them out. If you are out there writing reports, write this one down, that we will smoke them out wherever we find them in Ambazonia. It is an encroachment on our territorial integrity. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope everybody gets this. And I want to appeal to all of you out there, especially in the diaspora. We need funds. We need funds to stop this nonsense of election that a lot of people want to use, to tell the world they still have control. They still have control over Ambazonia. I announced the 200 Club. The 200 Club, we're looking for 200 people who will each give us $1,000 each. We are putting down plans. We are putting together plans with which will scuttle this nonsense, this trial that they are trying to bring into our territory. I am begging you, I am pleading to you. You love this freedom as much as I do. You loot Ambazonia as much as I do. Please, if you can, put out $1,000 to support this cause. Give me a call. Send me a message. You know the phone number out there. Send me a message and let me know that, Comrade Chris, I stand with you. We'll have to make sure that this election nonsense doesn't happen in Ambazonia. I am looking up to your message. I am looking up to your call. Please let us stop this together. Let us stop this together. It takes more than talking as I do to stop that election. It takes some action. If we have to arrest ELECAM officials, it will take money and resources into the hands of the restoration forces of Ambazonia. In all of our 13 counties, it will take resources. So again, I am pleading with you. This is not my mother's business, you know that. But I am pleading because to show you the passion with which I go after this thing. When I see these things, ladies and gentlemen, that's why I am pleading with you. If you can provide us with $1,000 between now and the end of June, if you can give us $1,000, you want to pay instrumentally, that is okay, that is welcome. But give me a message so that I can direct you how you can get to belong to the club. The club, the 200 Club, only for people who are paying $1,000 each. Only for people who will pay $1,000 each. And you don't have to pay it in the blue. You can divide it into parts, maybe 2 parts, 3 parts, and make sure that you pay it all by the end of June, so that we can stop this nonsense. Listen, this is a fight of our life, ladies and gentlemen. It's a fight for our life to make sure that Cameroon, remember that their next election will take after this, their next election doesn't take place till after 7 years. So if we don't stop them now, we don't know what is going to happen 7 years from now. We don't know what is going to happen. So we have to do everything to stop them from holding any elections in Ambazonia. We have just, what is the election? Now on Monday, I will be bringing you a statement that was put out by Camto, what is the other name? Maurice Camto of the MRC party. He addressed the letter specifically to the Northwest and Southwest regions, as they call it. I will bring you that later on Monday, but then we are also going to address that letter and address Mr. Camto in particular from his own words in the letter. But I'm saying this to say that, listen, none of these people have us at heart. No single Francophone wants to see a free and independent Ambazonia. They talk about federalism. They talk about when the moment comes, you go out, if you, God forbid, you go out, you vote for them and they win and they're promising you federalism. When the moment comes, you think they will allow you to vote for your governor? You think they will allow you to vote for your mayor? You think they will take away their DOs from Southern Cameroons? Of course not. They maintain the status quo. They just maintain. Paul Biya had their so-called, they have had constitutional conferences for as long as I know it. They had their grand national dialogue in which they came out with special status for the southern Cameroons, right? How many years is it today? Special status was 2019. We are in 2024. What has special status done to alleviate the suffering of Ambazonia, to assuage the anger of Ambazonians? Special status has done nothing. Zero. And so when you hear them coming to you and telling you, just vote so that we can go out and solve the problem, just vote, they are going there to feed their stomachs and their families. They will forget you. They've forgotten you in 41 years. 41 years. They forgot about you. A vote for them is to feed their families. If they love you, and I'm here referring to so-called Ambazonian parliamentarians and senators in the damn country, if they care about Ambazonia, they should resign. Resign. Come and support your people. Stand with your people. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to open the phone lines. I am going to open the phone lines to take your calls. But before I do that, I will take a short break. And when I come back, I bring to you a special monologue that I wrote yesterday. Some of you have read it already, about our stance on the ADF brutality and killings on the ground. When I come back, I will take you into that. So please, stay put. I'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday I put out a special write-up titled Avoiding Collateral Damage. Avoiding Collateral Damage. Now, some of you have read that piece already, but in that piece I explain why it is necessary we take the actions we have resolved on taking to stop the ADF, from deraying this struggle. I have engaged in some heated discussions with a few comrades who disapprove of my call for the eradication of the ADF presence in Ground Zero. I have made it clear to them that while they may have good intentions, they are directing their frustrations at the wrong target, the solution seeker, instead of the actual perpetrators. And I mean here, the ADF. Field Marshal the King, FM No PT, Chacha, 10 Kobo, Isubu, Ivo Mba, Bia, Transporter, and others, they fought and died as heroes of Ambazonia. They were known for their battles. and the battlefields they fought on were familiar to all of us. These individuals were revered by their communities, never burdening or harming our own people. Instead, they protected and defended our people. Our people sought refuge in them, not from them. Any contributions they received were given willingly, often as a token of appreciation for their bravery and courage, except in the case of known traitors and blacklegs. I strongly condemn and criticize the ADF because, unlike our revered heroes mentioned, we have no idea, no knowledge of the ADF's activities and battlefields over the past 7 years on Ground Zero. All we hear are reports of beheadings, killings, abduction, torture, and the suffering inflicted on our own people. The pain and sorrow felt by Ambazonians upon learning of the deaths of FM the King, Isubu, Chacha, Transporter, No Pity, and others is still fresh in our minds. In stark contrast, the ADF attempted to force a celebration of a criminal figure, Afang, on the people by shutting down areas like Mogamo in Momo. In the process, they have caused further damage, harm by killing nine more civilians within the past 3 weeks. Why should any rational person think that this is acceptable? Ambazonians can distinguish between heroes and villains. They are heroes and they are villains. Look at the exemplary work being done out there by the Bui Unity warriors. Despite their significant contributions in sacrifice to the cause, the Bui Unity warriors do not burden the population with abductions or extortions. They continue to battle La République du Cameroon without resorting to disruptive tactics, unlike the ADF. Where are the battlefields of the ADF? This is a question that every conscientious Ambazonian should be asking Chairman Ayaba and his team. Chairman Ayaba, by the way, raised the issue of a liberation tax with me for discussion and consensus a few months ago. I suggested that such a tax should target only foreign residents, I mean La République du Cameroon residents and their businesses in our territory. However, it appears that my suggestion was not good enough to him, and the tax was implemented without further consultation. If the diaspora and Ground Zero do not stop or challenge or condemn this so-called liberation tax, it could turn public opinion against our struggle and potentially jeopardize our success. If we continue only to lament each time the ADF commits atrocities, it will erode support for the cause and tarnish the reputation of all good fighters out there, including those in Bui Unity Warriors, the ARF everywhere, who fight valiantly. If we allow the ADF to derail the struggle, those of our brothers and sisters imprisoned by La République du Cameroon may never see daylight, may never regain their freedom. We cannot afford to waste the sacrifices of the past 7 years and counting. I, for one, I am determined not to let that happen. We will utilize all available resources to work with those willing to put an end to the ADF's violence and abductions and killings on the ground. Fortunately, though, there is a way out. If the ADF chooses to reform, cease their violence and harassment of our people, and disclose their battlefields to us, we want to see them fighting, we can move forward positively. But until then, every ADF hideout should be exposed. If you discover them in your neighborhood, you find their camp in your neighborhood or local government area, contact us. contact us, inform the appropriate authorities who take care of them. We must eliminate them. Yes, eliminate them now so that we can have honorable, valiant fighters continue with this struggle. This is what we mean, or we call, avoidance of collateral damage. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I will take 50 seconds out, and when I come back, I will open the phone lines for your calls. Remember, this is open mic. This is open mic. Again, when I come back, the phone lines will be open to take your calls. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the phone line is open. The phone line is open. Remember, before you call, make sure that you shut down the volume of your set so that there is no delay at your end and my end. So please go ahead and shut down the volume of your set before you call. Before you call, you have the phone number right there on the screen. I like to hear from you. I like to know what you are thinking about the messages that I have brought to you today. So please go ahead and call. I am really eager to hear from you, especially if you are on ground zero. If you are on ground zero, go ahead and call. Please go ahead and call. I am waiting for your call. The phone number is right there on the screen. I hope that I have made this very clear. I'm talking about this election thing. It is an infiltration by La République du Cameroon. In our territory, we will not allow that to happen. You can rest assured we will not allow that to happen. People will die. People will die over that election thing, and we don't care if you are Ambazonian or a La République du Cameroon citizen. If you are found to be aiding and abetting that election in Ambazonia, you may have to pay with your life. You are not any better than those who have paid the ultimate price for this war already. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So please, I'd like to hear from you. Go ahead and call. I hope that my phone is turned on right. If you cannot call, you can send a message. Send a message, and I will read it here. Oh, I think the phone was shut down. Okay, yes, go ahead and call, ladies and gentlemen. The phone was shut down. The phone is back on right now. Okay, I can feel the calls coming in. Let's see who is calling. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Where are you calling from, please?
I'm calling from the northern zone.
from the Northern Zone, and what is on your mind?
Thank you, Clergy, for the information you give for we. My worry now for Bishop Nkia.
Okay.
Since this we struggle to start, I've been monitoring for a long time. I'll give a special warning, maybe very, very careful. He, as a bishop, he never talk for the killing where they don't kill Christian them, can't Christian them. He never talk. People they defeat he. He never talk against the killing that they kill them. He go to support na registration for election. Now special warning they give you, maybe very, very careful. We'll be very angry for things we do. Maybe very careful. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I hope he hears you and he knows you are calling from Ground Zero. The phone line is open. Go ahead, please. Go ahead and call. I see other messages here. The perpetrator of this evil has been the so-called Elekam workers. Let them cease their activities now, not next year. And let me say this about these so-called Elekam workers. Please, you find them in your neighborhood, stone them. Stone them, you find. Don't wait for the restoration fighters. If you can't lay hold on the restoration fighter, stone them, get them away. Don't wait for the restoration fighters. All right, let me get back to the phone. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Comrade Chris.
Yes, sir. Where are you calling from?
This is Maitre calling from the Netherlands.
Good to hear your voice, sir.
Thank you very much for always coming around, educating our people and spreading some information out. So I want to thank you for your streaming for tonight, this evening. Point I will mention is that you should emphasize more strongly on the issue of this election that is they are organizing in our homeland. So I think each and every person participating in that election is a threat and should be considered a traitor. So, and they are at risk. Should anything happen to them, that should have been made clear. I think I'm glad that all the liberation groups, the independent groups have come together and made such a statement very, very clear to each and everybody in Ambazonia. So I thank you very much on that. And also, Comrade Chris, we are at war. And as we are at war, things cannot always go smoothly the way everybody wants.
Absolutely.
I mean, in regard to each and every group. So I want to suggest that there's some misunderstanding or anything going on within some groups, I think you should talk on this behind the scene. No, by announcing it out to the public, to the wider world, it weakens us in one way or the other.
Yeah,
So
hold on there, comrade, hold on there. I'm not dropping you. Hold on. And what you are saying here, I have heard it from so many people. Let's talk it. Let's discuss it from behind. It weakens us in this and that. Listen, you will recall that 2019 we declared the ADF an outlaw group in Ambazonia. How many years down the road today? Everybody, every Ambazonian's cry is ADF, ADF, ADF. We've tried to build a collaboration pact with AGOFC, in the midst of which they kill our people. We discuss it in the background. And before you know, they go and kill. How can you fold your hand and just keep talking because of what it will do? We better take care of it once and for all. If it will take us, if it will delay us another 1 year, no problem. But let's for once take care of it. If we were dealing with normal human being who can reason, that would make a lot of sense. We're not dealing with normal people.
I understand very well what you are stating out here, Mr. Crisaro. I think at one point the ADF themselves have said that there are some groups of members among them, so they have to implement some discipline.
Yeah, but then hold on. But then, hold on.
If I could make
Hold on, you will make your point. When they come and they tell you, oh, they have some rook boys among them. What have they done? When they kill people, do they come out and apologize to Ambazonians? This is not our sanction. We did not order this. We don't know these guys. We fire these guys. Have you heard that from them?
I get your point. I'm stating that within each and every group, there are some misunderstanding and there are some other bad players among, which are always disciplined. And I still strongly maintain that whatever beef, whatever misunderstanding or whatever disagreement the groups have, the ADF have with any of the interim government, this should be handled.
No, it is not. 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 No, no. Hold on. It is not a misunderstanding between the ADF and any interim government. It is bad behavior that has the potential to end this cause. We've lost so many people to think that.
Yeah, I get your point. You also have to understand that the interim government cannot eliminate ADF. Please, this is one thing you should notice.
Well, let me tell you. When they can no longer go out and do the things they do, and they choose to do the right thing, they will then understand that we have some strength, we have some might here.
Excuse me, sir. What I want to make here clear is that if the ADF is a force to reckon with, if there are some bad actors among the ADF, please, I still strongly believe that.
Listen, when you tell me, come on. When you tell me it's a force to reckon with, I just mentioned the battlefields of the Isubus, the FMNOPT, and so on and so on. Tell me where your ADF, that's a force to reckon with, has been fighting for the past 7 years.
That is not a question.
No, that is the question. If they have nowhere they have been fighting, then they are just extortioners out there.
In a way, actually, I was not calling so I could argue or...
No, you are defending wrong. You are defending wrong when you say it's a force to reckon with. Where is that force fighting that we know on the ground? Where are their battles?
I cannot tell you.
Okay, then you have nothing to show for them. Don't defend them, sir, if you have no idea where they are fighting.
Listen, I'm not defending the interim government or the ADF.
I didn't ask you to defend the interim government. I said don't defend the ADF if you have no idea where they are fighting, where their battles are, compared to FMNOPT, Isubu, Transporter, the King.
You cannot also dispute with me that during the celebration we also have white images of the ADF demonstrating force.
Of course, because it is PRO. It is PRO. They have to demonstrate. They have to go out and parade themselves to show that they exist, right?
Excuse me, sir.
All right, comrade. Listen, I have to end the call. I have to take other calls. Thank you. Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello.
Well, you didn't pick the call, sir. You can call back. All right. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Where are you calling from?
I'm coming from the northern zone.
What is on your mind, sir?
I want to talk about this guy who is talking that the ADF is a force to reckon with. Where are they fighting? We are here. They are tormenting us every day, asking liberation taxes. Somebody is there saying that it's a force to reckon with. I want the president to go back to the president of the Restoration Council. She had some information about what Ayabacho signed, a kind of pact with the Republic. Their pact was just that when it will go up to a certain level, they will spoil it. They will spoil it by behaving the way they are behaving, so that Ambazonian will turn their backs on the restoration forces, so that they will call them that, because they will call them and they will be the only people having forces on the ground, and they will discuss and sell and is the way of selling us to La Republic. So there's nobody should be talking. We are not fools yet. What have they done? Where are they fighting? They are not fighting anyway. They are only kidnapping people and adopting people. So that kind of person who's arguing with him now, let him not call again and talk nonsense. We are here. I'm sure the man is not even from here. We're here suffering because of that guy.
Thank you. It's good you're calling from Ground Zero, and they know how you guys feel on Ground Zero. Thank you for the call.
Yeah, we're living here under hard struggle. They come in at any time and brutalize and kill people, wound people. We know what they're doing. So he should not be calling from somewhere and begin to say that ATF is a force to reckon with. Reckon with where? We are not supposed to become their slaves.
Absolutely. You know, let me read this message that I received from one guy defending the ADF. He wrote to me, that was yesterday, after reading this post that I put out. He said, "Comrade, accept greetings. As much as I won't support rogue activities and fighters in our struggle, I will never call either you nor Ayaba or Sako to be killed publicly. Before we start judging certain actions of the ADF, mind you, none of us are on the ground to know why the forces are doing what they're doing against the population. None of us is on the ground to know why the fighters are doing what they do against the population. Take note of that. For the issue of the liberation tax, I see no reason why Ground Zero shouldn't pay this tax. If you like a woman so badly, won't you pay for her bride price? Or if you like a dress so badly, won't you pay for it, even at whatever cost? What is wrong with Ground Zero paying a tax that would help them gain their freedom? It is their land, and they have to do it. By paying for the liberation tax, it shows engagement and total support. Let me go down to the other part. I have talked with people on the grounds who have gone and paid their liberation tax, and they are very happy doing it. They told me it should be encouraged so that nobody will jeopardize or play with the struggle. Let me tell you, sir, that almost everyone in Bamenda has paid the tax. It is the law. Who should pay for the liberation of their land, Massa? Now, that is somebody writing to me yesterday. Now, I asked him, and why are they also telling them to kill people? Are these people who want their liberation tax paid, are they also telling the fighters to kill people? And besides, what work is the liberation tax doing? Can people see it? We can see what Unity Warriors are doing. We don't see what ADF or Liberation Tax is doing.
They're not doing anything. And they're not doing anything. Who has given them the powers to collect tax, and where are they keeping the money? Where are they keeping that money? And besides, what are they doing for taxes to be paid to them?
Now listen to what this guy writes. Hold on a second. Listen to what this guy writes. I have friends who joined the ADF at its inception and who died fighting. Please, all I am asking is that calling on people to identify the force isn't playing well for us. A true revolutionary should be brutal. Again, that is what they are writing. A true revolutionary should be brutal, even to his own people, because there are many who want independence but who can't do anything and whatever it takes to get it. And those types of people are those who are standing as a stumbling block to the goal. So they should kill and be brutal to the people. If you were collecting your taxes in Ambazonians, seeing what you are doing, seeing where you are fighting, I think we will temper this judgment with some mercy. But we don't know who you are accountable to, what you are doing with the money. You kidnap people, the Regina Mondis, you collect millions. We don't know what you are doing with the money. You kill people and cut their heads, collect money from them. We don't know what you are doing with the money. We don't have to kill our own people if we want to liberate them.
No way, no way.
All right, go on,
Right,
please.
you are right. That this one you have said is very, very clear. And I want to suggest another thing. They are only facilitating the La Republique to deal with us, because like now there is somebody below the Asabga here they call Sagon and who it is under Sako. But when people are passing to go and attack these people in Bui, are they not there? How do they allow them to go past there and go and come back? They are facilitating La Republique to deal with us, like we are talking concerning the road that has been locked at that road going to Nigeria. Yes, but military trucks go there and carry things and come back. So people should not be taking people to be like we are fools. We are not fools here. We are seeing what they are doing. And the truth is that, continue with what you have said. The truth is the truth. And even if everybody says that it is not a truth, you are on the right point. We cannot have you there and you say that we should allow that ATF is the force to reckon with. Where are they functioning? The functioning is they are only functioning where they come and ask people to pay liberation taxes. What is he doing to
All right.
that he is liberating us?
All right, thank you. So many people are trying to call. Thank you for the call. Let me try to get some, take some other calls, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a nice time.
Thank you. Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Where are you calling from, sir?
Calling from Ground Zero, Northern region.
Okay. What today for your mind?
Sir, today for my mind, I say I'm glad at the first thank God at the first prayer the way you walk the over find me. And the way with the try for face and for Ground Zero, and I say I don't try for follow up which way you do and at the same time don't be an enemy to people but you do the courage. I follow all the channel, other two channel. Where the sister you give very straight, sir. I want for please, like the young youth with the suffer inside this trouble. I want to really ask you this question, sir. I just see say we don't even know who for follow him, but for me, my mind don't really show them I follow now you. If I see the other channel, them I see I'm say they did discriminate you very badly, but I know they see what them they do. And they also say, sir, where do we feed them? If you make them, if the three people, as I can say, the one I know they are three, you and the two others, why they not if you cooperate? Mini struggle just flow like a wind passing, sir. I'm calling from Amenda.
That's a very good. That's a very good question. But let me tell you why that cooperation enough it be because some people they want you for belief say they be liberators, they are freedom fighters. No, but their minds not be out for liberate. Their minds they be out for become the president of Ambazonia. And so when they make statement like, well, there's an echo there for your phone in the background.
I'm getting you.
So when you hear statement like, as this thing they so all way to where a matter now for see who first for Boya, then you understand say they not be out for liberate, they are out to rule. And so that's one of the reasons. We know if you work together. Thank you for the call. Your volume has a problem. All right, let's get to other callers here. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Well, when you call, you have to be on your phone, sir. Hello.
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 Yes, sir. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Ground Zero.
Okay. What is your contribution, sir?
Yes,
The first one is about the election.
Okay.
The first one about the election. I don't know why people that have gone to school decided and choose to become dull. That is the first thing. You cannot fight anything in Cameroon as a stake to win it, because everything governs under the president. He elects
the head of state.
He chooses who is to be in the office. Elekam himself that you call in Cameroon, who has created Elekam? Who has elected the president of Elekam? Who governs the body? Secretary Chris, can you call me in the office and I'm not loyal to you?
No way.
When you are paying me, why are our people choose to be dull? Why our people choose to choose things that doesn't pay? Even I heard somebody is talking to you there. That man is insane. That man is mad. Do he know what people are passing through? Do you need to force me today, me that I'm here like this, to force me to follow somebody? I follow you because of your importance. Secretary Chris, I want to tell Southern Cameroonian, since the day you started the struggle, I've been listening to you. Let them go back to your tape. Let me tell them something. You have never changed your conviction. You have never changed your word. You are always for the people and the struggle. The people that want to support people like the man that was talking and was shouting about the ATF. If you, even a child today, I always say it, you cannot force a child to follow you. You cannot force a woman to follow you. When you do things for the woman, when you love the woman will follow you. Why are they stopping our struggle? Why are they delaying it? See, anybody that want to cooperate with you, to join you. It doesn't matter the number. And when the person joins you, we will see. When the person joins you, we know in Ground Zero. We know. I don't doubt who I should follow. I follow you 100%. I don't doubt it, because I've seen that you have the love and the passion for the people. And so it doesn't even at the middle of the night you call me, I will say so. So they should stop telling us about election. They should stop. For 42 years. What have they done?
Yeah.
What is showing? One man, one single man handled the constitution of Cameroon. One single man handles all the posts. He lists all the posts. He elects everybody, and they want us to believe that there will be a change in this nation. Please, let's keep on fighting.
Thank you.
I said one thing that will make us is gone. Nothing else. It's not negotiation. Even there are some things, let me just say this. There are some people, some things that they will tell you, don't condone with it. Don't look at it. Some of them, you just ignore them on the call. You just ignore. We have to go ahead. We have to fight the battle till the end.
All right. Well said. Thank you for the call. You have a great night and stay safe out there. Okay, let's see who is next. Hello. Okay, I guess that is.
No, I don't know.
Hello.
No.
Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Where are you calling from?
Yes, you are getting me.
I can hear you. Oh, you are the. Please, there is an echo. There is an echo in your background. That's the reason I dropped you.
Yes, I was saying that. Are you hearing me now?
Yes, go on.
Yes, I wanted to ask you the last question, but the line went off.
Okay.
Now that we are in the northern zone, and in Bamenda, they are said that tomorrow is a ghost town for close to 2 weeks for mourning a particular person that was killed. Where are we?
Who is the clergy? Did you hear us announce a ghost town, and who was killed? Who is it they are mourning?
I just wanted to know from you, because the territory where I am in that territory.
Which territory? Again, educate me. I don't know what it is all about. Who are they mourning?
Sorry, sir.
Educate me. I have no idea about what you are talking about. Who is being mourned?
One man who was killed around the Bafut land.
Is it Alaji?
Bafut.
Is it Alaji?
Yes.
They are mourning him for what? Well, if people want to stay home, they do it at their if people want to stay home for some lockdown, they do it on their by their own discretion. We have not announced any lockdown. This idea that you have Jesus and two thieves on the cross, and they choose to celebrate two thieves and leave Jesus in this struggle is unwarranted. We have had. Do we force people to celebrate people? Of course not. When you have people like Isubu, you have people like Transporter, FM the King. When they die, you don't need to tell people to mourn them, right? Can you hear me? You don't have to ask people to mourn them, because people miss them. They do it. It flows. It flows naturally. But the idea that they will mourn somebody, I saw that in Batabo. They said they are mourning Efang and they want to lock down. That's nonsense. They were all criminals. Quote me for it. We don't celebrate criminals. We don't mourn criminals. Which fighter they don't die on the ground? People celebrate them. People celebrate how they celebrate that of Efang. All right, thank you for the call. Again, we never pass any lockdown, no ghost town to mourn anybody. Thank you. All right, the phone line is open. Let me read all the messages. Comrade Chris, you are very right about ADF. The only way, as you said, today in Bangui, above a year now, blocked by ADF in the name of Ayabacho. That is coming from somebody writing from ground zero. Please, comrade, ask those who said they have paid liberation tax lovingly should call and defend it. All right, I hope they call. Okay, hello.
Hello, Comrade Chris.
Hello, sir. Where are you calling from? I see this is a German number.
It is Comrade Jeff from Berlin.
All right. Thank you for calling, sir. What is on your mind?
Yeah, I just joined your show right now, and I don't know the topics which you discussed today, but there is something I wanted to share with you and the rest of your audience.
Okay.
Concerning these federalists. Yes, last week I was watching a documentary, a video of Simon Monzo, John Drew Funcha, and Estimora. That video, it was an interview which they granted in the U.S., the law school in U.S. in 1995.
Yeah, I saw it. We actually had it play. We actually had it running on ABS here.
Exactly. What caught my attention was that a question was posted to Monzo, and the audience asked him a question, a simple question. The French government or Ahijo has dismantled federation, which people went into. Can you give us the main reason why he dismantled that form of government? Monzo said there are a good number of arguments that was advanced or put forward by the Cameroon government. But the most important one was that giving or allowing them to operate under a federation, it will be an easy or the path or the shortcut into self-governance or independence. Now, what drew my attention, that was in 1995, right?
Yes.
And today, this very Monzo was told by the government of East Cameroon that they will never allow them to have federation because it will warrant them to have self-governance or independence. But what makes them think that they will give it? Because, I mean, that's when I watched that video, coming out from his own mouth, from his own word, so that they will never give them the federation. And today, he's moving out preaching federation. I don't know why. I don't know. Is that not hypocrisy?
I think I would have to invite him back on ABS to ask him that question.
Yes, please invite him and then play back that abstract. So
Absolutely.
You see the word, his own word. I mean, that's the highest hypocrisy. You know, you cannot be something you have been told time and again that it can never be given to you, because if they give it to you, you will easily achieve independence. That was what Modu said.
Right.
Modu said, sir.
But now he doesn't want independence, and yet federation, he knows they won't give it to him.
He know they will never give it to him.
All right, thank you.
When I saw that video, I was very surprised, sir.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you for the call. I will bring him back on. I will bring Dr. Munzo on ABS one of these days to see he can answer that question. Thank you for the call.
Welcome, sir.
All right, the phone line is open. Go ahead and call. I see some people trying to call. Go ahead and call if you can. Let me get to this writer from Ground Zero. ADF are thieves working with Cameroon government. Have you paid your liberation tax? All right. I know you have not and you would not. Okay. Again, the phone line is open. Go ahead and call. Go ahead and call. All right. In the absence of any new callers, I would still love to make this appeal to you out there, fellow comrades. We have a battle in front of us, and that battle is the battle of stopping this encroachment on our territory with La République du Cameroon, so-called presidential election. We need your help to equip the restoration fighters, to empower them, to make sure that they pick up every ELECAM official in our territory. We saw what happened to some of them up northern Cameroon a few days ago. Those who embark on organizing illegal elections in our territory, I bet you somebody will die. Somebody will die. But we've got to be ready. And I'm really appealing to all of you out there. We need 200 Ambazonians or well-wishers who will say, Comrade Chris, I will join the 200 club with my 1,000. You don't have to pay all at the same time. You can break it down into 2 or 3 and pay in different installments. And the forum is actually there. So please, call the number you have on your screen or text me with that number and let me know you want to join the 1,000 club or the 200 club. As I said before, it is not enough to come here and sit here and talk, but it is enough when we follow up what we say with action on the ground. So that a lot of people to Cameroons know we are not just coming here, sitting here and talking. We are actually doing what we say we want to do. Elections must not take place in Ambazonia, not in our territory. Cameroon is not our country. Their president isn't our president. We have no president because we're still fighting for the territory. Absolutely, that is what it is. So my appeal once more to all of you who are listening to me, who are watching, please, if you can afford $1,000 between now and the end of June, We want to add you into the 200 club of 200 people who will help us. Who will help us to make sure that we frustrate every plan that La République du Cameroon has on the ground. Let me get to the caller here. Hello. Can you turn down the volume of your TV in the background, please?
Okay. I don't know if should I put my phone?
Turn down the volume of your TV and focus on your phone. Please. Still turn down the volume of your set, please.
Okay.
Perfect. Go on. Where are you calling from? I see it's a 250 number.
Yeah. I'm calling from Rwanda.
Rwanda, wonderful. Are you watching on the social media or on satellite?
Social media.
Okay, all right. So what is on your mind, sir?
Okay. I've been hearing Guzan. I think from my name or my accent, you know that I'm from Guzan.
Well, I don't know how Guzan people speak, so I cannot know.
Okay.
Yes. Go on.
Okay. You see, there is so many things going wrong, but in any situation, there must be a way fixing things. We have rogue guys around, and you yourself, you know about that. You know about rogue guys. But the question that you say ADF should be eliminated, I am not totally okay with you, because I can say we are the first. We pick up the guns before everybody. We form the army before everybody. Do you get me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Go on.
We pick the guns before everybody. We form the
When you
army.
say we, hold on there. When you say we, hold on. When you say we, who are the we?
The ADF.
Okay,
ADF.
You are ADF member or supporter?
Correct.
All right, go on.
We started this. By then, I was in Limbe. I had a company in Limbe. Until the day my life was in stake that I could not even withstand. They seized one of my car. I had to close everything. And
who seized your car?
Since 2000, the military.
Okay.
The bees, they seized my car up to today. I had to run away with my head. And then today, if you say we are working for the Cameroon or we are working for whatsoever, it's very painful. We started this. I was on ground.
Yeah, all right. I'm glad you called and you are a supporter.
I've been following you, saying from day one, because I left ground, I went to Dubai, Philippines, I am back here in Africa again. And right where I am, you look in front of my workshop, there is an Ambazonian flag there. So when you call us La République, it's very painful.
No, you are putting words in my mouth right now. You're putting words in my mouth. But hold on there. I'm glad you called. Let's take this surgically. You are a member of the ADF, a supporter of the ADF, and you are very much against the idea that ADF should be eliminated on ground zero.
Never.
Okay.
Never.
All right. Oh, hold on
because
there.
I am still a member.
Yeah.
What I think, if you are also a leader, you need to ask about our plan. The idea of shooting guns and running, that is not the plan we have now.
Let me ask you a question. When ADF execute people firing quad style in the public square, Is that what are you thinking about that?
Do you want me to shock you?
Yes.
Do you want me to shock you?
Yes.
The two guys that were fired down there, they are the guys that each time I enter the village, they are behind me. They are behind me.
What do you mean by they are behind you?
Right.
Behind you how? You said you left the country a long time ago because you were chased out. Your car was taken from you in Victoria. You went to Dubai. Now you are in Rwanda. So where were these guys? Where were these guys chasing you?
Before the war.
Before the war, we had nobody picking up arms.
I am from the palace. I am a member in the palace. My father is from the palace.
So what do you say when the ADF kills your chiefs and cut their heads?
For what cause?
I'm asking you.
The guys that were fired there, I know their attitude since from small. I can tell you that.
Since how small, sir?
Down there,
You know their attitude? How small, sir? Do you know their attitude since small? How small is small?
How small?
Yes, how small is small? You say you know their attitude since they were small or something like that.
You're supposed to know someone that you grow with.
Okay. How old is the war?
How old am I?
How old is the war?
It's 7 years.
7 years old, and you are talking about somebody you knew while they were children. We are talking about 7 years ago. But listen, comrade, when you say you kick against the idea of eliminating the ADF, you think it is the right thing to take people, even if they were blacklegs, and you execute them on the public square? You think you are doing the revolution any good by doing that?
For that one, I was against that, and I talk to my own party. Because you have your party, I have my own party. I talk to them.
No, we're not in any parties here. How about Florence Ayafo?
Not in the public square.
How about cutting of people's heads?
Not in the public square.
How about cutting of people's heads?
Whose head was cut?
How about killing other fighters?
Can you tell me one person that his head was chopped up by the ADF?
Let me give you. Forget about that. A head was chopped up in Bafut. You know that. I think was it in Guzang or Bafut? They did that. But how about cases like Florence Ayafo? How about
was it in Guzang or in Bafut? No,
one of them?
We don't talk. This freedom is for all of us.
Okay, hold on. I gave you a lot of time to talk. How about Florence? How about Florence Ayafo?
We've been fighting for 7 years. We have been fighting for 7 years.
Where?
And what is the way forward?
Where have you been fighting?
We don't have funds.
Where have you been fighting?
Put yourself first. You need to put yourself first.
Comrade, where have you been fighting? You see the Bui warriors. You see the Bui warriors. We know where they are fighting.
My trip to Boya, all of us were.
Forget about that. Let's talk the ADF issue. That's the reason you called. You see the Bui warriors. We know where they are fighting. You see the Red Dragons. Everybody knows where they fight. You see Transporter, Isubu. You see all these guys, 10 Kobo. We know where they fought. Where has the ADF been fighting?
You're going to see us.
We're going to see you?
You're going to see us.
After 8 years or what?
You're going to see us.
All right, we're going to see you. We're waiting. If I see you, we'll no longer will ask for your eradication. We will keep you. I hope we will see you. Thank you for the call. All right. Let me read some of these messages. Let's see. Hello, my comrade. Good evening, sir. It's good you have started talking about the elections. You know how these people used to do their things, and about the ADF. These guys, at first, some of the guys were working well until Dr. Ayabacho wanted everyone to come under the ADF like the 7 Katas who have been the key around Mezam, which is the main area in the northern zone. He prefers his guys to hang along the Trans-African Highway because they make a lot of money on this road. That's why his man who just passed away decided to hang Ole Batibo, comrade. Blah, blah, blah. All right, I hear you, sir. All ADF should be killed so we can have our independence. Ayaba is working with the Cameroon government using the ADF to kill fighters to liberate our people, and he is receiving the sum of 250 million from Ferdinand Ngongo to equip the ADF to kill the true fighters, and that we know so. Ayaba Cho should be arrested and killed. Well, this is not my opinion now, okay? I'm just reading what people are sending in here, and this is coming from Ground Zero. All right, sir. I see this guy, right? Please, sir, do not have any fun with these ADF guys. Just watching now from Ground Zero. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining the show today. Before I go again, I want to remind all of you out there, we need your support. We here at the interim government, we need your support. We are looking for 200 sympathizers, Ambazonians, who will say, Comrade Chris, I am joining the 200 club with my $1,000. Your $1,000 will go a long way to make sure that we do some of the things we are promising you we're going to be doing. I have heard some people ask questions like, where is the interim government fighting? I hear the ADF people say, where are Chris's troops? Where are his fighters? Where are his soldiers? Where are the red dragons? Comrades, we have contributed to every force that you can think of on Ground Zero, and we don't have to come and announce it to anybody. They will know what we do, and others see what we do. We're not just trying to support those who are, very close to us. Our policy is, if any force is on the ground, they are doing the right thing, we will rally funds and support them. And that's what we do. We will continue to do that. All right. So please do us a favor, support us with your $1,000 towards these programs. Hello.
Hello, Comrade Chris.
Hello, sir. Where are you calling from, please?
Ground Zero.
Ground Zero. Okay. What is on your mind, sir?
Please, you kindly permit me, because I want to answer that last caller who has just called from moving around the world maybe in 10 days.
All right, go on.
Yes. That very person we talk, say, that picking them now from since childhood.
Yeah, that's what you
meaning
said.
Say, yes, meaning say, if it's just some biased
against
for that
them.
picking them now since childhood.
Right.
Yes, and the judge in a true statement, they will come up for him out. Secondly, I get that argument say that man is not from Batibu.
Yeah, that's very possible. That's very possible.
Yes, that if that person is not from Batibu LGA, and if you ask how many villages they did in Batibu as a whole, no. And then the third point where I want to make now say, since the death of Efang, the demise of Efang, till nowadays, ADL they still continue for the collect taxes on the road. And they never ever fight any fight since the war started till now. ATF Interbatible, they be make sure say make our ARFs they run away. Or the one where they be feel lay hands on, they lay hands, they catch them, or the one they feel run, they run. The one where they feel kill them, they kill them. That's CBD. So now, since the Interbatible, they never ever fight. I mean, a single day. A single day. They don't collect. They be born Chief Palace for AY. That is still imbatable. That was after the killing of those two civilians in the market square, Buzang.
Right.
Yeah, and then few weeks or few months later, they be ramshackle some 3 houses.
Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, go on. Make your point quickly, sir. We're out of time.
Yeah, thank you, sir. They still continue for the collect taxes till now. We will talk.
Well, the point that we have made is that because they carry guns, they go around with guns.
Yes.
If they come to you to collect taxes, you have the money, pay them, but investigate, know they're hiding out, know where they're heading to. Let us expose them and take them out.
Everybody, I feel I show you for that one, Comrade Chris, everybody in Batible LGA is ready for that, and we have taken enough from ADF and we are not ready to take anything again.
All right.
Define them as they define, which will define them now.
Good. They should have no hiding place. They should have no hiding place in any community.
No hiding place.
Unless they start doing the right thing. Because they are messing up with the good work of other valiant fighters all over. Because it is collateral damage. When those stories are reported, they are reported as Ambazonia fighters. Ambazonia fighters. Whereas it's a few rooks belonging to the ADF doing it. We don't want these other guys, the Esubus, to fight and die for nothing. So we have to do everything to get rid of them. Yes?
Yes, some other information, they were, before the damage of Efang, I know if you talk now because I know say everybody is listening.
You can text it to me. You can text it to me, and if need be, I will follow up.
They go touch some person where they not be supposed for, and then they don't start to see the damages.
All right.
Anyway, I go me off.
All right. Thank you for the call. Thank you. All right. I hope that all of you have been inspired tonight. I would like to call it a night here. I look forward to coming back. Today is Monday. I hope I can be back here on Friday. In the meantime, you have a great and blessed night. God bless you all.
ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricatv@gmail.com. ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricatv@gmail.com. ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at ABS.